Dirty folks, dirty folks, dirty folks. No soap, no soap. Dirty.
Yo, so if it chop up, don't even worry about it. I'm still defragging, man. Apparently, man, this restream fucked up my whole desktop, bro. Anyway, we ain't gonna worry about it. Let's get to the show. All right, so I'm gonna say it again. So we're about to talk about Sam Bankman. He's a dude who ran off with all the money from FTK Financial. He created an app. So shout out to that. I like apps. He created an app to make it easier for people to invest in crypto. And he hedged that app on a lot of stuff that he should not have. And he skated off with billions. Oh, he lost billions. I think he lost billions. That's some lame shit. Anyway, so make sure y'all like and sub, man. Make sure y'all also sub to the Comedy Report channel. So, because I'm gonna do a lot of content that's not gonna be on the Dirty Folks channel, because it's not gonna be about current like liberal stuff or toddlers. Um, so, but I will be doing something every day about current news on the Comedy Report channel. So help your boy get that to 1,000, man. I appreciate that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because everything ain't about the fact that these chicks ain't marriage material. You know what I'm saying? Some things are about real life. You know what I'm saying? And I rather live in the real. Live in the real life. Like I said, but y'all come in, man. I appreciate y'all staying with me. The couple of people that did, everybody else, they'll come back. You know what I'm saying? Due to technical difficulties, I understand. Um, I'll show you guys a video that I saw this morning. And the reason I'm showing this, I'm actually also showing this on the Dirty Folks channel is because it's gonna be some toddling that happens in this. It's gonna be some extreme toddling. Please believe that. It's gonna be some total, unmitigated, unadulterated toddling. We're gonna get into that in the second place on how these toddlers, how this entire nation, bro, this entire nation supports the daycare. You know what I'm saying? They will fall in the ruin like Rome, trying to support women, gays, and felons. You know what I'm saying? I truly believe that. So
Think
we're about to we're about to watch this ABC report. I'm gonna do my thing. I'm a commentator. I'm gonna keep y'all focused on the focus. Because what the media wants to do is the media wants to tell you the narrative that they want you to believe. So it's like 60%, man, I'll say 60. 60% fact, 40% narrative, but the narrative is a spin. These people, I ain't trying to quote Malcolm X, but he right about this. The media will make you think that your heroes are your enemies and that everybody's a villain. They'll make you think you're the only good man. They'll make you think you're the only one that has perfect sense. Sound like toddlers, right? I ain't, you know that.
I ain't like that, and I don't know nobody like that, and you just need to choose better.
That's what the media does with news. Like, don't don't trust your lying eyes. Listen to your ears as I tell you this story, right? But if you want to trust your lying eyes, here's some images to go with it, right? So we're gonna break this down piece by piece. We're gonna take this slow because I need y'all to understand that honestly, things like this inspire me. Um, the news is built to evoke fear, right? They want you scared of everything. But I'm gonna spin it. I'm gonna spin it as a happy tale because it is a happy tale. So let's break down this, um, and I'm gonna slow walk it, and we're gonna work this out. And I know a lot of y'all probably lost money in this crypto pyramid. But that's your fault though. No keto. That's your fault. But anyway, let's check it out.
I think it's fair to say that by anyone's lights, this is one of the biggest financial frauds in American history.
Attorneys from the Southern District of New York today announcing charges against Sam Bankman-Fried, founder of cryptocurrency exchange FTX.
He used that money for his personal benefit, including to make personal investments and to cover expenses and debts of his hedge fund, Alameda Research.
Bankman-Fried, the crypto boy wonder, was arrested last night in the Bahamas, just hours after saying this in an interview with crypto podcast Unusual Whales.
Are you worried you might be detained if you stepped foot into the U.S.?
I don't believe I would be, but I haven't done a deep dive into that. At some point, that's something I have to think harder about.
Bankman-Fried was set to answer.
Hold on, I just want to pause this real quick. And I want to say something. Dry snitching is not just for rappers, yo. It's not just for rappers. The amount of Bernie Madoff type of criminals. Because you got to understand that your dumb criminals make the news. Their smart criminals even though I don't think this dude is particularly smart. But their dumb criminals make the news. Your smart criminals make the news. But there's way more dumb criminals in the world of any ethnic group than there are genius mastermind criminals. So even that in itself is a media ploy. Like the whole state of West Virginia ain't a bunch of country bumpkins sleeping with their sister and their moms and shit. But they'll promote this to you and you'll be like, oh my God, they gotta be all the colors. Which perpetuates colors doing dumb shit. Because their job is to make heterosexual, tawny, and swarthy men look bad. They want to make you felons. They want to make you criminals. That school to prison pipeline also includes stop and frisks, mob action ordinances, which means 2 or more men walking together can get stopped by the police as a mob, even though by definition it takes 5 or more people to be a mob. They try to put petty cases on you, put you in the system, get you a record. They figure in their mind if they can get you for 20 misdemeanors, if you actually do something, then they got a track record. They profile heterosexual, tawny, and swarthy men. But they do the same thing to trailer park white dudes too. You just don't hear about it. That's something I found out when I was in the sticks of Indiana. Lot of dudes in there for crack and meth and illegal guns and a lot of white dudes, but they don't talk about that. It's a lot of dumb criminals in America. A lot of dumb criminals. They just don't tell you about the dumb white criminals. Just the school shooters. That's it. But all I want to say is, I know right now what's buzzing in the street is that YTB or whatever it is, you know, the Young Thug crew snitching on each other in court over the RICO. I just want to pause real quick to say, man, these white boys dry snitch on themselves all the time. They just go off podcasts, right? They try to snitch on podcasts instead of. But yeah, let's get back to it. Yo, this motherfucker gonna quit playing with me.
Answer questions before Congress earlier today via Zoom. Instead, tonight, seen leaving his extradition hearing in Nassau. His lawyer telling ABC News Mr. Bankman-Fried is reviewing the charges with his legal team and considering all of his legal options.
You're talking about wire fraud, conspiracy to commit wire fraud, conspiracy to commit money laundering, campaign finance violations. They're really saying that all of the money that he was able to get for this business was used in different ways for different kinds of fraud.
While the new FTX CEO, John Ray,
Let's pause right there. The feds have a strange way to use the word conspire. A conspiracy takes two or more people. I don't want to go all R. Kelly on y'all because I know how y'all feel about Kales. But that's like having a one-man Mann Act. That's like having a one-man RICO Act, which they did to Kales. The way, which is racketeering and conspiracy, right? Intimidation, conspiracy, organized crime, right? You can't have a one-man RICO. You can't have a one-man conspiracy unless your co-conspirator gives you up. Just pay attention to how they're trying to charge, and you'll understand how people could beat. You know what I'm saying? So, but let's play it out though. Plus, conspiracy means you didn't do it. Sometimes conspiracy means you did do it, like you got your little the YS gang shit. How they conspire to how they shorties do hits. That means it's done. In this particular case, it wasn't done. It's an idea based on a text message, which is kind of a conspiracy, but then you need a second person. But we gonna get into it, man, because this is still a brand new story. We'll see if other names come into the mix. But let's continue.
brought in to oversee bankruptcy proceedings, told Congress there were a number of red flags.
We had one person really controlling this, no independent board. That's highly unusual in a size company this is.
The Southern District and Congress aren't the only ones coming out.
Okay, so what I just tell y'all about conspiracy, and then the next thing he says, yo, we had a one-man wrecking crew. Really? Really? You saying this is all orchestrated by one man, but you're putting them down as a conspirer. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. Okay. All right. We'll play that game. Okay. Let's go.
After FTX and Bankman-Fried. The Securities and Exchange Commission also charged him with defrauding investors, the chairman writing in a statement that Bankman-Fried built a house of cards on a foundation of deception.
He's facing the possibility of over 100 years behind bars.
Hold on. Does this look like an intelligent man to you? I need y'all to not judge it by color. Judge it by features. There is no light behind those eyes. As that old lady used to say, man. You know, old ladies is crazy. There's no light behind these eyes. There's nothing. This dude looks Slavic. There's no... Bruh. But they're saying he's a one-man mastermind. And they're about to expand on that, but... Yeah, he don't look like the kingpin. He is the kingpin, but he don't look like a kingpin. He's the man that would be king, and y'all allowed it because y'all didn't want to do the work, which is going to be a common thing, by the way, that y'all don't want to do the work. So y'all too lazy, so y'all let a dumb motherfucker do the work. But anyway, let's continue. That's Tyler's, though. Anybody but a black man. Y'all won't let the black man do work. Anyway.
So this is really serious stuff. The more money you're accused of fraudulently obtaining, taking, the higher the potential sentence.
It's the latest low point in FTX and Bankman-Fried's catastrophic fall from both acclaim and billionaire status.
Like I was saying, it's FTX. It's a safe and easy way to get into crypto.
I don't think so. And I'm never wrong about this stuff. Never.
Earlier this year, FTX was running star-studded commercials during the Super Bowl.
With FTX, I have everything I need to buy, sell, and trade crypto safely.
Not that. This is big.
Yo, I remember. I'm scared to rewind it because this should be tripping. But yo, I remember the Steph one, yo. Y'all remember the Steph one? I remember the Steph one. That was like 2 years ago. I remember the Steph one.
I sell and trade crypto safely.
Not that. This is big.
They got Tom Brady wife in there. What's her name? Gabrielle? What's her name? I don't know her name. But Tom Brady wife in there getting that chop. This one they were still married. This was from a couple of years ago. I remember this one when they first moved to Tampa.
Not that. This is big.
Snagging the biggest
Remember this one?
celebrity endorsements.
It's the best way to get.
I don't even remember this commercial, but they got the Michael Jordan of football on him. Well, he really ain't the MJ. That's really Montana. They got the LeBron James of football doing commercials. That's crazy, right?
It's the best way to get in the game.
Buying naming rights to the Miami Heat.
Bars, nigga. Bar. Hold on. Yo, do y'all remember when the Miami Heat was trying to get not the Bang Brothers? Remember the Bang Brothers, the porn site was trying to buy the Miami Heat naming rights, and they wouldn't give it to the Bang Brothers because it was porn, but then they gave it to the crypto. Think about that. It's the FTX arena. That's what Miami Heat at. And now you got the crypto, what they call it, the Crypt, what used to be the LA Forum. Yeah, Gazelle. You know what I'm saying? And you looking at this, bro. This motherfucker was trying to wash the money through media marketing. Invest in No Show Organic, bro. I'm telling you the commercials work, bro. Dirty folks, No Show Soap. I got y'all, bro. I got y'all. I'm gonna be the brand ambassador, man. It's gonna be fun. I got a bunch of skits piled up. Yo, I got y'all. Look, just goes to show, the more you push a product, the more people buy. We going to the moon, baby. We going to the moon. All right, but shout out to that, man. But let's continue. If I can figure out how to turn my camera. Yo, this defrag is taking too long. Anyway.
Its 20,000-seat arena and reaching a valuation of $32 billion by making investing in cryptocurrencies seem as approachable as buying a cup of coffee. At the top, 30-year-old Sam Bankman-Fried, fronting magazine covers, headlining conferences, even testifying before the U.S. Congress in the name of crypto transparency.
One of the really innovative properties of cryptocurrency markets are 24/7 risk monitoring engines.
Sam Bankman-Fried was a kind of new breed of crypto entrepreneur. He drove a Toyota Corolla and he slept on a beanbag in the office, and he...
Pause. Two things simultaneously I want to say. Hold on, man. I'm still defragging in the background to make the show better. Two things I want to say. Number one, I need you guys to understand. What's the word I'm looking for? That ain't what I tried to do. What's the word I'm looking for? Stereotypes, right? Here's a stereotype. The stereotype that that essentially they're saying that this man um came with a new way to do crypto, which was based on 24-hour monitoring and security. That was a joke. That was a joke. But the illusion of security on an unregulated product was part of his marketing. Right? That's cool. And that's fine. That's cool. The second thing, though, even though it wasn't true, good marketing. The second thing, though, was he drove a Toyota Corolla. He slept on a beanbag chair. That is the marketing. That is what these goofy bitches try to tell you on social media, right? They be niggas too. All niggas, cause all motherfuckers that hate themselves.
Why would you buy Versace outfits when you could be out here dressed like a bum, driving a raggedy car, but having that guap?
Would you fuck a nigga with a raggedy car?
I mean, I ain't fucking no nigga with a raggedy car. If you over 28 and your car raggedy, then I ain't fucking you. But you should get a raggedy car to get that bread.
Don't stop. Look, I'm blue pill now. But generally speaking, though, stop listening to coloreds, man. Liberals don't know shit. Just stop listening to coloreds. Don't listen to women, gays, and felons. Just as a general, even if you're a woman, you gay, or you're a felon, you shouldn't listen to women, gays, and felons. You go to if you're a felon, you in jail talking to other felons about how you're gonna be a better felon when you come home, and then you'll see them niggas when you go back, cause you're talking to felons, bro. Like, it's not until felons try to get their life right that their life progress. Because the fact that you got caught means you're a bad felon, bro. I'm just saying, it is what it is. If you gay, stop listening to gay people, man. Because gay people don't even like gay people. Like, women don't like women, and gay men don't like women. Gays don't like other gays, bro. Gay people is quick to tell a straight dude, I gotta use the girl voice, though, because they gay.
I'm gay, but I don't even mess with FATs. I don't want no gay man. I'm gay. I want a straight man.
And then you be trying to be rational with them and shit, like,
yo, but if dude sleep with you, wouldn't that make him gay?
I don't know. Cause he's straight, he a thug. He wear a bandana like Tupac. So I just want a thug straight man to let me slob on his knob like corn on a cob.
If you gay, don't listen to gay men either. They dumb. They don't listen to gay men. Don't listen to women under any circumstances. Any. Don't even listen to women when they talk about how to raise kids. Just don't listen. Don't listen to liberal women. Just don't. Women, gays, felons, leave them liberals alone. Leave them blacks alone. They don't know shit. But you gotta understand that the media is liberal. So you gotta understand, and this is a woman, and she is quote unquote what's the word I'm looking for? A minority woman. Quote unquote minority woman, because she's Asian. So you know she liberal. And she's into crypto and all that shit. What the fuck is she doing outside the kitchen in the first goddamn place, man? That shit crazy on its own, right? She's supposed to be somewhere, goddamn it, man. Steaming rice. Doing some, I don't know. But then again, you could crypto from home. So shout out to that. She could have been in a house crypto flipper. Lexa, I said you slow. I said women, gays, and felons is black. The women ain't got to be black. If they a woman, they liberal. If they a liberal woman, they black by default. Gays is black no matter what color they are. Women is black no matter what color they are. Felons is black no matter what color they are, because we're not talking color, we talking culture. I know you don't understand shit about culture because you say these hoes, so don't listen to Blexit either. Anyway, as the story progresses, though, let's get back to it.
engines.
Sam Bankman-Fried was a kind of new breed of crypto entrepreneur. He drove a Toyota Corolla and he slept on a beanbag in the office, and he kind of had his wild and crazy hair. I think all those things together just made him a type of character that appealed to kind of a certain demographic.
In 2017, Bankman-Fried created Alameda Research, a crypto trading firm, reportedly using $1 million.
He got $1 million from people who joined his penny stocks. I want you to hear this again, what he founded. Tell us again what you founded, sir. What you founded. You, sir. You, Sam. Samuel Bankman-Fried. What did you found? What's the name of the company?
In 2017, Bankman-Fried created Alameda Research, a crypto...
Y'all, I need y'all to remember Alameda Research. Remember that. I'm playing one more time.
Fried created Alameda Research, a crypto trading firm, reportedly using $1 million in savings and loans from friends and family. 2 years later, he created crypto exchange FTX. But in early November, it all came crashing down. Financial site CoinDesk published a report saying a huge amount of Alameda's balance sheet was made up of billions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency created by FTX, making
I'm about to block your ass, Blex. You say one more motherfucking thing. Say something else about my father. I got a father. Your motherfucking bitch-ass father in Jamaica dodging your whole-ass mother. You say one more motherfucking thing about my father, I'm blocking your ass off all social media. Bitch-ass nigga. Talk about my father, bitch. Anyway, I want y'all to see what they just said. What they said is he created his own cryptocurrency. But I need y'all to understand what he did. It says much of it is FTT token issued by FTX. Okay? Y'all got to understand the difference between crypto dollars and crypto tokens. Right? Let me tell y'all the difference. Cryptocurrency is currency that you can put on the market. It goes into a crypto wallet. You move it as such, right? It's not necessarily regulated, but it's based on either Bitcoin or Ethereum. Normally Ethereum, right? So what you do is you can create tokens off of Ethereum, which is what most of the tokens are made off of anyway. Tokens based on Ethereum that never go to market. And you can just assign an arbitrary number, right? So Excel, man. Kick this nigga out, bro. Kick this nigga out, B. Anyway, I've never seen such self-hate. And then niggas subscribe to hate. That's why you get kicked off of every goddamn black man podcast. I think you're a white woman, for real. Anyway, so you create a token. And you can say, I want 1 million tokens. Or you can say, I want 100 million tokens. The tokens are arbitrary until they assign to a cryptocurrency. So even though they keep saying that he was putting his own crypto in to inflate the price of Alameda, what the news is actually saying is that he created tokens. So just imagine you are at a place that only takes dollars, right? I've seen that before. People like, yo, I don't take change, right? Like, give it to me in dollars. I've seen that shit at, like, stores. Like, motherfuckers come in with, like, $3 worth of pennies. Like, yo, I ain't taking $3 worth of pennies. You got to give me dollars, right? So unless you can exchange those 300 pennies for $3, then your pennies are worthless because you can't spend them in that establishment. But they worth something to you because you got 300 pennies in a jar. You know what I'm saying? So when you the in-house bank, you got them 300 pennies that ain't nobody gonna take. You just got them on the shelf, and then you say to yourself, I'm the bank. So I got a couple of dollars. I got 5 singles, boom. And then I got 300 pennies, so I'm gonna count my 300 pennies since nobody else take them. I'm gonna put them down as 300 units. That's another $3, right? And then every time you go and get some, spend some money, you get some change. You throw your change in there because niggas ain't taking your change, so you just got change. And now you got jars of pennies that you can't spend. That's what crypto tokens are. Pennies that you can't spend because nobody take pennies. And then you got other people dollars. And then on your balance sheet, you're counting the pennies too. And you can just imagine you got a penny press. You can make as many pennies as you want. That's what he was doing. He was artificially increasing the worth of Alameda so he can say that he's worth X amount of X amount. I'm going to bring that back, though. So just remember, they tokens, though, because that's going to be important, because I'm telling you, there's bright sides in this as long as you understand what's going on.
Dollars worth of cryptocurrency created by FTX, making both companies incredibly unstable.
Hold on. Let me take it back a little bit more so we can have the dollar amount, how much he actually put in there.
CoinDesk published a report.
Okay, so CoinDesk published a report. Okay, cool.
Report saying a huge amount of Alameda's balance sheet was made up of
$14.6 billion of assets, most of it FTT tokens issued by FTX. He is making up his own balance sheet, gentlemen. No checks and balances, no regulation. But remember, his sales pitch was 24-hour regulation. All right, that's what's up, man. Sales pitch worked. His accounting did not.
billions of dollars worth of cryptocurrency created by FTX, making both companies incredibly unstable. FTX customers raced to withdraw billions of dollars from the platform, billions that, it turned out, FTX didn't have, forcing the platform to temporarily halt withdrawals.
It just didn't dawn on me that it was possible. How did it happen so quickly?
Portland native Jake Thacker was shocked when he suddenly couldn't access his funds on the FTX site.
But I was in panic mode. I didn't know who to talk to about it either because no one really understood. So I was stuck with my.
Hold on, let me say this real quick. Hey, where my face at? There I go. Okay, let me say this real quick. In the 1930s, the U.S. had a bank rush. I'm sure you guys have heard of it. In which the recession, the Great Depression was coming. It was still a recession, but it was going into the Depression. The Great Depression was right around the corner, and most of America's money was in the stock market. There's photos of people hopping off out of windows that worked at the stock exchange because the stock market was dropping. When the stock market dropped, the traders started committing suicide. They started firing CEOs, putting in other people so you couldn't sue. They was doing the most, and people started rushing the bank. Hey man, where I go? I swear this thing be tripping. Hold on, y'all can still hear me though. And people started rushing the bank. I don't know where my face at. This thing tripping. People started rushing the bank because they wanted to get their money out before it was too late. That's fine. Now, what ended up happening with that was there was not enough money in the bank to cover all of the people who got a savings account in exchange for a free toaster. So what the government did was they shut down this shit is really freezing, yo. They shut down the banks for a couple of days, and then when they opened the banks again, they called it FDIC. So all the money became FDIC insured. What this Sam dude has done, whether intentionally or accidentally, is created an avenue for the feds to come in and regulate cryptocurrency. He has probably, because of the scare and the way that the media is portraying this incident, he has probably done more to destabilize cryptocurrency than anybody in the last 20-25 years since crypto's been around, right? So if you started getting crypto dollars with the US symbol with some dead person, it's probably gonna be a dead black person, because they not above using dead white presidents, but this crypto shit is gonna fall and it's gonna be easily counterfeitable and all type of shit. So they probably gonna put a black person on there, you know what I'm saying? Just like, because you know what their goal is, to be able to say, yeah. So since they not gonna trust the process, they gonna make sure that the process has a face that looks untrustworthy. But I'm sure that they're gonna change the face of crypto. So this is like the perfect time to tribe up. I mean, every time is the perfect time to tribe up, but tribe up with niggas who have actual, who give a shit about being a man. Don't tribe up with niggas who want to be bitches. Anyway, I have no idea how this happened. Anyway, let's continue.
My own thoughts and people that I didn't know online and their comments. So it was kind of a spiral for about 48 hours there, just pure panic.
The SEC alleges that in the end, about $8 billion worth of money was sent from FTX customer accounts to this account controlled by Alameda.
On November 11th, FTX filed for bankruptcy, and Bankman-Fried stepped down as CEO, tweeting in part, "I'm really sorry that things ended up as they did. And as I said, I'm going to do everything I can to make it more right." Our George Stephanopoulos sat down with Bankman-Fried in the Bahamas for his first network interview shortly after he resigned as CEO.
So you do know, and you did know, that FTX deposits were being funneled to Alameda?
So I was vaguely aware that that was how some wires were being sent in the first place.
Didn't that set off alarm bells in your head?
Pause. We're going to bring this back. I want you guys to remember, though. Remember I told y'all to remember Alameda? Remember I told y'all that, right? He started Alameda in 2017. Sammy the Bull started the company. Then created a second company in 2019, which is FTX, who used Alameda, the company he started, as a holding company. Now, George Stephanopoulos, whose claim to fame is being a White House snitch during the Clinton administration, currently a news correspondent, because I guess the checks be more stable. Just ask that man, did you know FTX is your right hand? Alameda is your left hand. Did your right hand know what your left hand was doing? Because you own both companies, my nigga. Did your right hand know what your left hand was doing? That is the dumbass question that they just asked. Let's go back.
Know that FTX deposits were being funneled to Alameda.
So I was vaguely aware that that was how some wires were being sent in the first place.
Didn't that set off alarm bells in your head?
So there are a lot of people who were involved in that process. And look, I really deeply wish that I had taken like a lot more responsibility for understanding what the details were of what was going on there. I knew that legal was involved. I knew that other groups at the company were involved.
Bro. He said he wished that he was more responsible. I bet a lot of people wish that. He wished he was more responsible for the things that this company was doing. But he owns both companies. Okay, so see it like this, right? See it as I got Nosha Organic, right? Once I push Nosha Organic to the stores, I'm not responsible for what they do with the product. I'm not responsible for their shrinkage. I'm not responsible for their profit margin. I'm not responsible for anything except the consignment deal and or the wholesale distribution deal, and to make sure that our products are insured in case somebody, like, I don't use it, but like there's a foot cream that I want to do that I'm scared to do because it takes walnut shells as a exfoliant. But there's a lot of people with nut allergies. So I would have to have a special insurance on that foot scrub. So if a person who doesn't read the label, even though it will plainly say not for people with nut allergies, and somebody say, well, fuck that, I can't read, and they use it on their feet and their feet get big like the Nutty Professor, you know what I'm saying, and bust out their shoe on some Incredible Hulk type shit, I'm responsible for the insurance. The retailer wouldn't be responsible for the insurance because it's my product. But if they steal a product out the retailer, I'm not responsible for that. Either way, that's totally different than me saying, yo, I got the soap. We doing the penny pitching league. We using the soap to funnel money from the penny pitching league to hide the money, and I own both of them, but I don't know what happened with the soap because I was out here pitching pennies. Ain't nobody gonna believe that shit, man. And I tell y'all, I wish I was more responsible for both of the things that I created and owned. Y'all wouldn't. Just because I sleep on a beanbag and drive a rusty Toyota Tercel, man, ain't no motherfucking way, man. Ain't no way. The audacity, though. This is that dry snitch, though. This is that Megan Thee Stallion do an interview dry snitch. It's fucking Young Thug, XXL magazine dry snitch. Little niggas with pistols and drugs on Instagram filming themselves to keep it real dry snitch. I'm telling you, everybody dry snitch around this motherfucker, B. Man, fuck that shit.
That, there were agreements drafted up.
But you're ultimately responsible.
And ultimately, absolutely, look, I should have been on top of this, and I feel really, really bad and regretful that I wasn't, and a lot of people got hurt, and that's on me.
Like Jake, who stands to lose over $120,000 worth of crypto that he has wrapped up in FTX.
I was planning to do things for the holidays with my family. I had planned to maybe take some vacation next year. I had to rethink all of my budgets around food and transportation and all that stuff. I'm lucky in that sense because I do have a good job, and other people were not in such a.
As a sidebar, yo, his crib is kind of sick, yo, in a bean bag, sleep on the floor type of way. You know what I'm saying? That's his audience. Sam was his type of peoples. You know what I'm saying? North Face t-shirt, bean bags, a bunch of candles, a flat screen that looked like that's probably the biggest tablet ever. That's probably what that shit is, bro. The biggest tablet ever. Yeah, I could see how he could be duped. All right, so this is what I want to do. I want to show y'all another clip. I'm going to show y'all another clip. This is a clip of the CEO/president of Alameda. Also, Sam Bankman's girlfriend. I was about to play Welcome to the Daycare and make this a toddler thing, but we'll say that for the end. Let us continue. Matter of fact, before we get in this, because I want to give y'all a good commentary. This bitch ass nigga Blexit kind of fucked up my energy, my chi. So let me take a quick break just to get my mind right. Then we gonna continue with the Alameda portion of the script. Dirty folks. Toddler tales are crazy stories that could only happen to me. Each tale is endorsed by toddlerology. Dirty folks. Dirty folks. No shit. No shit. Toddler tales are crazy stories that could only happen to me. Each tale is endorsed by toddlerology and the Marry Your Secretary courses. In a world where toddlers are only loyal to her employer, learn the skills needed to train your toddler to work at your relationship like she works at her job. There's courses for every level of your relationship status, including polygamy. Need support? Join scheduled study groups with other toddlerology members. Click the link below. And now, back to today's story. I never time my coffee breaks right. I never time them right. Anyway, all right. So let's get into the Alameda portion. Oh my God, yo, this is what billionaire wives look like. Hold on, before I say this, hold on. So last night, I ended up seeing some podcast. I watched a couple of minutes of it, turned it off. It's like everybody that went live last night, everybody was talking about relationships. I don't care about that shit. Black men talking to black women about relationships is dumb because black women don't have any teamwork skills. So Talking to bitches that don't know how to be friends, partners, or teammates about relationships that means you have to be in a lifetime commitment with somebody that's your friend, partner, and teammate is dumb. Enslave these bitches. But one of the things they were talking about is, and it was a dumbass conversation, was about how plain Jane looking women get married and get high value husbands quicker than pretty girls. I call crab leg on that though. None of them mentioned the point that every pretty girl is mandated to refuse at least two marriage proposals before she 30s. That's why she not married. They just ran into it like,
Ugly girls get the husbands.
but with that being said, this is what a billionaire girlfriend looks like. That is what a billionaire girlfriend looks like. Caroline Elston, the CEO of Alameda. Bro, look, man, I ain't trying to shame nobody, but I mean, come on, y'all, for real. Y'all telling me that he can stay with her and make moves, but Derek Jackson couldn't stay with his Christian wife, yo, for real? Anyway, we're not gonna watch this whole thing. I just want to point out some shit to y'all real quick.
Sister company to Sam Bankman-Fried's FTX, Caroline Ellison spotted at ground support coffee on West Broadway. Breaking news, Caroline Ellison, the CEO of Alameda, the sister company to Sam Bankman-Fried's FTX, Caroline Ellison spotted at ground support coffee on West Broadway in Seoul.
Look, here's the thing. I'm gonna let it play out, bro. I'm gonna let it play out. You keep hearing how they call it the sister company, though, like they had some type of incorporated partnership. Sam owned both of them. Put one of his companies in his girlfriend name the same way y'all try to put cars in y'all baby mama name. You know what I'm saying? Nigga shit on a different level. There is no difference, bro. There's no difference between nigga shit and corporate shit, except men do shit and include they women while y'all include women in y'all shit. That's the only difference. Difference between a trained toddler and a toddler that you think is your partner. That's the only difference. But same nigga shit. Same, put a beauty supply shop in my baby mama name while I sell dope and put my cars in my mama name. Like she could afford a $780 a month car note. Same shit. We playing the same game. Niggas just play everything backwards. But another thing, the reason that this made news is because you see Sam Bankman was in the Bahamas or Madrid or something. You know, he was in the Bahamas. He was somewhere in the Bermuda Triangle. And they asking him questions like, are you afraid to come back to the United States? You'll be arrested. He's like, I don't know, but nigga, I'm in Thailand. He moving around. This nigga moving around everywhere in the world except America. He ain't have enough sense to move to nations that didn't have extradition. But Tyler's gonna title. Meanwhile, his girlfriend, the chick he was fucking, the chick he put $1 billion business in her name, ain't on the side of her man. They not side by side. This bitch is in Soho, down in New York, Manhattan District, sipping on Starbucks. What? Look, you know what? I'm gonna give myself a title. I was about to say, why do white people love Starbucks? Meanwhile, every goddamn show I'm drinking coffee. I can give myself another title. But at least I make my own coffee, man. So shout out to me. Anyway. But yeah, she's supposed to be a fugitive on the run. She at the crib. Anyway. All right, let's go back, man. Let's go back to this.
Breaking news, Caroline Ellison, the CEO of Alameda, the sister company to Sam Bankman-Fried's FTX, Caroline Ellison spotted at Ground Support Coffee on West Broadway in Soho, Manhattan at 8:15 a.m. today.
Yeah, absolutely could pull it off without my math degree. Use very little math. Use a lot of like elementary school math. Being comfortable with risk is very...
Hold on, man. I want to bring that back. What she just said is, it's a gym. A lot of y'all don't pay attention to the gems, man. The gems come from everywhere, bro. She said some shit that I've been trying to tell niggas forever. That shout out to Malik. Shout out to Malik. He get it. He made a comment on my post yesterday that said, man, he said, bro, you the one that told me to stop trying to tell men they not normal when they want to be normal niggas. That's facts. I'm gonna bring back what she just said because it's powerful. I may literally sample that just for my own personal morning motivation. She said, I have a math degree, but none of my degrees helped me in this business. Everything I needed to know to run a multi-billion-dollar business, I learned in elementary school. She said it quick. That's those throwaway lines, those gems that the person who said it don't even realize it's a gem. They just keep it moving. Bring it back, though.
Very little math. Use a lot of like elementary school math. Being comfortable with risk is very important. We tend not to have things.
No nuts, no glory, right? No nuts, no glory. Being comfortable with risk. No nuts, no glory. Women are creatures of comfort. Men who listen to women are only trying to gain material things to create a comfort for a bitch because they were taught that money is power. Money is not power. Money is a tool to exchange for goods and services. The more money you have, the less labor you have to do because the more labor you can purchase. Unless you plan on purchasing slaves, nigga. But money ain't power. Money is just a tool in exchange for goods and services. Education as set up, the liberal education system, unless you're going into a STEM field, education is useless. A bunch of girls got master's degrees in education but still couldn't do their job if the answers wasn't in the back of the book. When I tell dudes, man, I want to own a bank, and motherfuckers like, you can't own no bank. I can use the hater voice.
You can't own no bank. How should you know how to run a bank?
Meanwhile, everybody who runs a bank, go to any bank USA. Go to your neighborhood grocery store bank. Look at the people that work there. Everybody in there, high school education, GED. You saying that it's harder to hire high school GED graduates to do a job you got to train them to do? You saying it takes more than a GED education to own a bank? That means you're a coward. The reason that black banks don't work is because y'all got educated niggas in there, and they educated on how to be like white people, and y'all got different problems. And then the white people come into your black neighborhoods and set up the TCF banks, the Guarantee banks, the Bank of Americas. They take all them little nigger pennies that the niggas don't want, and they service your community in gas station ATMs and local grocery stores. Local grocery stores. TCF Bank went from 2 locations to over 260 locations in the run that they had before they went to being a trust. But when they were savings and loans, just setting up savings accounts, 260 using Kroger. So in Chicago, it'd be like Food for Less or Jewels or something. And when you down south, it'd be Kroger or Piggly Wiggly. They just in the grocery store, like you already here, open up an account. And who rushed with you with them fucking glossy ass brochures? Some fucking teller with a high school education saying, let me open up your account. It doesn't take degrees. It doesn't take a genius to make it. You just gotta have balls. Balls in your word. Your balls and your word gotta be right. But that nigga Jay say, far from a Harvard student, just had the balls to do it. Talk your talk, young lady. Funny looking young lady. You funny looking, but I like you. You inspirational. Funny looking, but inspirational.
Comfortable with risk is very important. We tend not to have things like stop losses. I think those aren't necessarily a great risk management tool. I'm trying to think of a good example of a trade where I've lost a ton of money.
Many believe that this woman should be in jail for the atrocities she and SBF committed against FTX users, yet she's ordering coffee in New York. And this would mean she's not in Hong Kong or in Dubai like originally speculated. Is this real? Is this her? Apparently it is her. This was confirmed by coffee shop staff less than 17 minutes from when this story broke. Confirmed.
Pause. I want to give a shout out to the coffee shop baristas. When you follow the money, you see the money players. They recognized her in a coffee shop. Filmed her, posted it on Instagram in less than 17 minutes, had 2 confirmations that was her. People recognized her as the billion-dollar boss bitch. The way that y'all would recognize seeing a rapper in Lenox Mall. I'm just saying. Everybody got celebrity worship. But everybody don't worship the celebrities that be like, yo, kill a nigga, fuck a bitch. But you should fuck a bitch. Shout out to fucking bitches. Anyway.
Are you behind the counter in the photograph? I'm not. That is one of my staff members. Apparently, additional Alameda personnel were spotted with her in that photograph. So Caroline Ellison, living it up in Soho, Manhattan, definitely not in custody, seemingly not in hiding. What's interesting is that Ground Support Cafe coffee shop just about 6 minutes away from an FBI field office. If you appreciate us sharing this information with you, give this video a like. Let's get this information out there to as many people as possible. More people need to know about this. So what is Caroline doing in Manhattan, close to an FBI office? The general
consensus is that Carolina Ellison is likely cutting a New York deal and cooperating with the investigators to roll on Sam. Check this out, guys. I'm gonna keep it playing for a minute, but I ain't gonna play the whole thing. The reason hold on, man, I gotta take away my little jar. I like my little Santa Claus. I do. I like my little Santa Claus. But anyway. The reason I'm not mad at her, but the reason this is a Tyler section, it's not a Tyler section because she's a woman. It's a Tyler section because she's about to roll on Sam and nothing's gonna happen to her. Just like yesterday, y'all just saw the trial with Megan Thee Stallion And I really think her friend shot her. Or maybe she stepped on glass. But her friend had gunpowder on her, but Tory didn't have gunpowder on him. And somehow the prosecution's trying to tell you, well, he was close to her, so gunpowder sprayed, so it could have been on her. But then why isn't it on him? You feel what I'm saying? So I really think the girl's wrote. But she said, yo, I'll testify against Megan. Well, I can use the voice.
I'll testify against Megan if you give me full and total immunity. I don't want to be prosecuted for shit.
And what did the state say?
Okay.
Nothing happens to toddlers. No matter how much they destroy, nothing happens to toddlers. Ever. They can kill their kids, kill their man, steal $1 billion in a hedge fund or a crypto scam. They could shoot their best friend. Nothing happens to toddlers. So why do y'all trust them with y'all personal business? Nothing's good gonna come from it. This is what makes it a toddler section. Because of that. Let's continue.
General consensus is that Caroline is likely in New York cutting a deal and cooperating with the South District New York prosecutors to roll on Sam. And this makes sense, right? Sam Bankman-Fried, the CEO of FTX, has been active this week doing interviews, seemingly on a press tour, seemingly with the goal to put out a series of specific messages.
People lost a lot of money. And I mean, at the end of the day, look, there's a question of what happened and why and who did what. I wasn't even trying. Like, I wasn't spending any time or effort.
One idea SBF continues to claim is that he had little knowledge of what was actually.
Remember I told y'all to remember Alameda. This is his company. He gave the company to his girlfriend. Now all of a sudden he's trying to put all the heat on the company that he was funneling money through, which means he's trying to set up his girlfriend. Nah, that deserves worse than that. I'm not mad at her for cutting the deal when somebody's obviously openly trying to set you up. I'm not upset with her over that. I promise you I'm not. She is actually doing the right thing. This is one of those situations where I could say like, yo, snitch on the bitch, right? I'm not mad at him, bro. I mean, I'm not mad at her. I'm not mad at her at all. She doing what God love, bro. She's doing the Lord's work. Cause there ain't no reason for her to take that case for dude. You know what I'm saying? When dude ain't being loyal to her in the process. I'm not upset. I'm not upset about that at all, to be honest with you. I'm just saying, when shit get hard, that is not your co-conspirator. That's all I'm saying. But I ain't mad at her. She doing right. I ain't gonna front. I just snitched on his ass too.
Going on with Alameda. He continues to suggest that Alameda was at arm's length from what he was in charge of. That's not really true, is it? At least that's not what the evidence is suggesting. Please watch our video from 1 to 2 days ago. Did Sam Bankman-Fried know Alameda was stealing customer funds? To catch you up, this is an example of that specific message that SBF is putting out. SBF claimed to New York Magazine in an article published Thursday, "It's not a company I run. It's not a company I have run for the last couple years. And Alameda's finances, I was not deeply aware of. I was only surface level aware."
Bro, you and your girlfriend run a business together, right? She sells cookies. You gave her the startup capital. For you taught her how to make cookies. You just ain't want to make cookies. She was like, yo, shorty, I can teach you how to do it, but I don't really want to make cookies. And she was like,
Yo, these cookies are delicious. I want to start a cookie company using your cookie recipe.
and you teach her how to make cookies. You pay for the shop. You pay for the staff. You do everything you can for your girlfriend to be successful as a cookie seller. And you see your girlfriend all the time because she your girlfriend, right? And you never ask her in years, yo, how's the cookie business going? Come on, man, quit playing with me, bro. This nigga scheme, he grind me though, I ain't gonna front. Alright, let's continue.
Aware of Alameda's finances. Yet, basic research, in this case by Forbes, is showing otherwise. It appears that 5 different times Sam Bankman-Fried sent Forbes details of some of Alameda's major holdings in response to questions about SBF's net worth. This was from January 2021 to August 2022. Late August, this information included explaining specifics of certain transactions, updating the numbers of FTT, Solana, and Serum tokens which Alameda held. So Sam Bankman-Fried has been on a press tour.
I want to bring back that word again because people want to know. Explaining the number of FTT, Solana, and Serum. Those are 3 different tokens, 3 different names. So when I tell y'all I study this crypto on how to build tribal tokens so we can do our own commerce within ourselves, the only difference it'll actually have a fixed regulated, tribally regulated amount. It'll be a finite amount because it has to be linked to something if it's going to be a real currency. Y'all use cryptocurrency like it's a stock market. Like I'm going to invest 2 cents and it's going to go up to 25 cents and I'm going to get rich. Y'all don't see it as actual currency. But I see it as actual currency. Like Disney bucks. I see it like Walt Disney sees Disney bucks, or how Chuck E. Cheese sees the tokens. But nobody uses it for that. It is what it is. But they had 3 different type of tokens. 2 of those tokens were attached to the funds from the people who actually invested their money in crypto. That's $8 million. $8 million was legitimate crypto. But the total amount of crypto tokens they found was 14.5 billion. So, hold on. I ain't finna try to count. For real? There we go. So 14.5. Oh shit. That's crazy. That was my fault. I should have moved the calculator to the other screen. So 14.5 minus the 8 million that's legit is 6.5 billion in fiat tokens. They scammed off the investor, well, off the app, 6.5 billion. Alameda created $6.5 billion worth of fake crypto with the assumption that they had 8 million in real crypto, which will leave a balance of 1.5 billion, which is fine if people don't want to get their money out. But the moment that people want to get their money out, you owe 8 billion and you only got 1.5 billion. There's no way in the world that you could pay an $8 bill with $1.50. Let's go back to the first flick we was watching. The reason I paused it right there is because I wanted to to show you the Alameda Park. Now, let's continue with this, and they'll explain to you how there was no way that he could be solvent.
Great spot. You know, they invested like life savings, and they may never see that back.
Now he hopes the punishment fits the alleged crime.
I hope that justice is served. Do I necessarily think that by throwing the book at this one individual, it's going to fix all of the problems that may precede this or exist currently? No. I don't know if that's the right answer either.
To anyone who was watching this or hears about this prosecution, if you believe that you have been a victim of these schemes, please let us know. And to anyone who participated in wrongdoing, I would strongly encourage you to come see us before we come see you.
As for
That nigga say snitch on yourself. He said, I advise you to snitch on yourself. If you holler at us, we'll work it out. We gotta holler at you. Shout out to him for doing this job. Shout out to him.
Bankman-Fried, his future is uncertain. Today, his application for bail was denied. He's currently being held in the Bahamas, fighting extradition back to the United States.
Are you worried about going to jail?
There are a lot of things that are worrying me right now. And, you know, as best as possible, I'm trying to focus on what I can do going forward to be helpful and, you know, let whatever, you know, regulatory and legal processes are happening play out as they will.
Hi, everyone. George Stephanopoulos here. Thanks.
George the snitch. George the goddamn snitch. Nobody snitches harder than George Stephanopoulos, bro. That nigga's a snitch extraordinaire. Look, let me tell you something. Let me tell you about George. George snitched on Bill Clinton under the whole Monica Lewinsky joint and didn't get no time. Instead, he got a job as a reporter, and he calls himself a White House correspondent. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to him for making wine out of grape juice. There's a video I watched before then, but I'm not going to look for it because it was like 26 minutes long. I'm about to set this down. But there was a video before this where Sam explains how there was no way that he could be solvent. There was absolutely no way in God's green earth that he was going to find solvency in getting this shit back. I want to remind you guys some shit real quick. Let me shout out to the Cash App gang, bro. Shout out to the Cash App gang. Shout out to So On for the $50 Cash App. You are today's sponsor of the show, sir.
Now I can be your secretary.
The $50 shout out.
Appreciate you, sir.
Mama,
I want to remind you guys that nothing that they're doing is something that we can't do. We already got everything set up for it. I'm gonna get more into comedy, you know what I'm saying? Because I want to talk about the money, I want to talk about the sovereignty, I want to talk about the solvents, I want to talk about real things. But I only give a fuck about tribe. Everybody else ops. Don't go off color. A nigga call himself Blexit. Nigga and still hates black men. Look, you can't go off color. You gotta go off culture. And part of being cultural is having the same ideology. So this is what I want to remind y'all of real quick. Be sure to it should be in the link. Be sure to go to the Tribal page and no, that's the Maristus registration. I'll explain that though. And Become part of our 26-state initiative. Make sure you put yourself in there. For those who also or think they have a small business, y'all will register for the emeritus registration. And basically what that does is it allows you to use our foundation as a tax shelter, and we'll train your employees. We'll help you train your employees so you have your own staff so you can own slaves too. Shout out to slavery. We'll teach you how to get certified for that and everything. It's technically not slavery, but it's technically not marriage either, right? When you do the marry your secretary course, y'all get the forms, the secretary forms. Y'all don't get married. Y'all give a girl tenure. In the same respect, same corporate backing. You don't have slaves. You have unpaid interns. Shout out to unpaid interns. But you gotta try. Anyway, I'm gonna shut this one down, man. We ended on some tolerant shit, so we're gonna end it how we usually begin it. As always, man, love each other as you love yourself. Feed the pack. Tribe up.
The Daycare. Welcome to the Daycare. Welcome to the Daycare. Welcome to the Daycare. Stay away from cities with dyke mayors. They spray the pipes major. Don't play with your life, player. Or shake the dice, player. But if you got a quota, then stay away from toddlers. These bitches are fight promoters. Welcome to the Daycare. Welcome to the Daycare. Welcome to the Daycare. Welcome to the Daycare. Train your toddler. Please train your toddler. Whippings, timeouts, take her allowance. Cause on sweat she will destroy your life if you allow it. Fucking, I'm tired of rapping. Yo, low, bring in the choir. Welcome to